I'm Sarah.
And I'm Victoria.
And this is the Yap to That podcast,
where we chat, laugh, and decompress. Let's get yapping.
Hello.
Hello. This is a very what you've been here for like an hour at this point.
You
it's
love
7:30. You've been here for a little over an hour.
Sorry, I just had to have our weekly debrief.
Yeah, sorry guys, you don't get to be a part of that this week.
Yeah, because Victoria's leaving me for the whole weekend.
It's 2 nights. I'm back on Sunday. You're leaving me. How about that?
You're leaving tomorrow. I had to find other plans.
Oh yeah, sure you did. I think those plans could end up well, and then we can continue doing them in the future.
Yeah, and then Monday, Tuesday. So good.
Yeah, I actually was going to do some research on Canada Day, just to do like a little blurb, because it's Canada Day, the day before this comes out. So happy Canada Day, everybody.
Happy Canada Day. I have a question, though.
Okay.
So, Canada Day's on Tuesday. How freaking annoying is that?
Yeah, I'm actually upset about it. Especially, so I was in a meeting today with one of my bosses, and he was like, that meeting that I was telling you about, where I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I need to figure it out. It helped, kind of. Like, I know what to do now, but it's still not really applicable for what I'm doing. So anyways, it's another can of worms. Nonetheless, so he was like, I guess, like, have a good weekend. I'm not in tomorrow. I'm not in Monday. This person's not in Monday. This person's not in Monday. It's just because
just a free-for-all.
He asked me, he's like, are you going away for the long weekend? I'm like, buddy, there's only 2 days this weekend.
Yeah, it's
Monday
not a
is
long
not
weekend.
a holiday. And I said that to him, and he was like, oh. I was like, yeah.
Sucks.
So I'll be here with nobody else, basically. Like, my whole upper management.
Literally same. But are people celebrating Canada Day, like, this weekend, like Saturday or Sunday?
I think if you have a cottage, like, so you guys might have fireworks on Saturday.
Okay.
Like, I feel like people are celebrating on the weekend. But there's going to be, like, municipal celebrations, like, legitimate celebrations through government organizations on Wednesday or Tuesday. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. Because you're leaving us, our celebrations aren't until Tuesday. But that's fine.
I mean, we can go out Monday night, though.
We are.
But I was thinking about this.
Going out Monday
Schmickens isn't open Mondays. Like, that bar's not open Mondays. So
that's okay. There's other options. We can branch out.
Schmo dogs?
You were not that low-key about it. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm down at a patio. I think that's what I told Jess anyway.
The patio would hit on Monday.
Right.
Even if it's only until, like, even if they close at, like, midnight or whatever.
That's okay. I want to be home by then anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll still have, like, an evening out. And then we come home. And then Tuesday
Sleep well.
hits. And then... Did you set up the pool?
I'm going to on Sunday, so it's fresh for Tuesday.
Will it be warm by Tuesday? I think so.
I hope so. So I'm thinking you guys can come over at like 12.
Yeah.
And we'll kick it off right away with jello shots.
Hell yeah. And hot dogs. Did you order the Amazon list?
I did today.
What did you get? Let me see.
You'll see.
Oh, you're going to surprise. Did you get the hot dog holders?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I just feel like that'd be so...
That would be.
I'll think about it. Maybe I'll order it.
We can ponder.
But yeah, and then we're going to watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
And then be wholesome little ladies and watch the fireworks.
We should make bracelets for something. For Thomas Rhett?
Yes, for Thomas Rhett. That'd be a good idea.
Ohio?
Yeah. So many things to ponder.
So many things to do. I also still have to book Ohio because I'm just going to wait until my credit card resets in like a week. I would probably be fine to do it this month, but I don't think that let me pull it up, but I don't think that one day is going to get booked. It's not like a long weekend.
Not.
Let me see. Check availability. No, it's literally wide open for July and August.
Okay.
So I'll wait. What day is today? The 26th? I'll book it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it should be fine.
Sounds
and if
good
not,
to me.
we can go anywhere else too.
Okay.
But
sounds good.
I'm excited.
That's our little rundown. For today, we're going to play a little game.
And fun fact, we played this already once. Some of it, but the episode was just really struggling. So you
had some
you didn't even hear
it.
Yeah, I was originally going to just post the audio without the video.
Yeah.
And I was like, that should be fine, no problem. But then for some reason, the audio ended up also cutting out and being echoey. And I was like, you know what? This just isn't good.
Yeah, so we'll just do it again.
We'll play it again. Also, Matthew and I played this the other day.
Oh, God.
And we went through most of the deck, actually.
Are they good? Darn it. then. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, and we're back.
And
Take 2. Take 200. So, we played this game a little while ago. I've been wanting to play it for a while. And so I bought it. And I think we'll play a little bit of this game and then a little bit of the girls' game.
yeah, then we'll call it there.
Why not? The deeper ones, though, they do get pretty PG-18.
Yeah, so don't be butthurt if I skip a question.
Sarah will skip many of these.
Yeah, I have no shame in skipping many questions.
Oh my god, okay, we answered this last time, but I still agree. And, okay, while I was editing this episode that didn't end up getting posted, I usually edit in front of Matthew. Oh my
Sorry.
god. You know what else? Oh my god, this is just a whole tangent episode. I had to edit out the amount of times I said
The Catholic in you is showing.
I was like, oh no, I can't post this. Everyone would be ashamed. But anyways, so this question, I played the question, and then I got Matthew to answer it, and then I got him to listen to our response. He said the exact same thing that I did.
What's the question?
What sexual position do you think is overrated, and what do you think is underrated? So last time I said overrated was doggy, underrated was missionary, and he fully agreed. But
Wow.
I don't think that doggy's overrated, because like I do. That's a position that I ponder sometimes. So trigger warning, parents and family, please don't listen to this.
I don't want to listen to this.
Unless you don't care. Unless you, I mean, you can listen. Just don't ever.
So moving on.
Don't ever tell me that you listen. Anyways, I do think it's overrated.
Okay.
As in, it's not like the best thing in the world, but it's not horrible. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What about you?
So, next question.
And you pulled the deeper pile.
Do you tell your friends details about your sex life?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
You just heard details about
Yeah.
your sex life.
Unfortunately,
for
yes.
an hour straight. I don't think you're going to answer this one.
Of course. Okay.
How long do you think foreplay should last before sex?
Ew. Are you going to answer this one?
Maybe. I don't know.
You
okay.
may. Okay.
I think, I mean, some of you guys are going to think this is weird, but like, maybe like, foreplay has a different meaning to me. Like, you have to be doing things all day to get me in the mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just pull your pants down and say, do me, baby, because that's not going to work for me.
It's too much.
Like, you have to.
Oh, God.
You have to be trying to woo me all day. So, like, in that sense, that's like a foreplay. Like, you'll put me more in an attractive mood if you do things.
Yeah.
But, like, actual foreplay, like, 10 minutes is good.
Okay.
Because then I'm there.
Okay. Next. Who is your first celebrity crush? I could cry thinking about it. I'll never get over this.
Cameron Boyce.
Cameron Boyce, R.I.P.
He was a cutie patootie.
He was so good looking.
I don't know who my first one would be. I think I said, like, Leonardo DiCaprio or Ryan Gosling or something like that last time.
I think you did say that.
I don't know if that would be my first. That's just, like, the one that I can think of. But
I definitely, like, obviously like Justin Bieber and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, the first guy that I was like, yeah, I'm marrying him, Cameron Boyce.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't remember my youth very much. But on this note, so I think this also got brought up in the last episode that we recorded. But I said that if Glenn Powell, like, today, right? Okay, imagine saying the name Glenn in a sexual way.
No.
Exactly.
What a terrible name. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't fit his face.
No. So Matthew and I were
No, ew.
doing the deed earlier.
Ew. Okay.
And you know how I said sometimes we have full conversation?
Yes.
So we were talking, and he was joking. He's like, act like you like me. And I was like, or I wanted to go to the mall, okay? And I was like, I don't have a lot of time. We have to go to the mall. And he said, act like you like me. And I said, close your eyes, pretend I'm Scarlett Johansson. Or so. I just said, like, a random name. And he started laughing. And then he was like, you pretend I'm Glenn Powell. But then I was like, if you say Glenn's name out loud,
It's just not attractive.
that ruins the mood. Like,
Just right down.
Glenn? I used to live across the street from a guy named Glenn.
Was he 87 years old?
No, he was younger, but he was like one of those guys who never married or had kids. I
Like
mean, Glenn, if you're
72?
listening, I don't know. But I think he was in his 40s when we lived across the street from him.
Okay.
But that was funny.
Noted.
Okay. Would you rather meet someone through mutual friends or on a dating app? So, like, if you're gonna date somebody, would you rather have met them through dating apps or through friends? I fucking hate those dogs. And they always bark while we're recording.
Probably mutual friends.
I don't know. I feel like mutual friends would be nice because then you guys, like, will just all be friends.
Yeah, and it's not awkward. Mm-hmm. And you have stuff to, like, discuss.
Yeah, like, you're already...
It's not like, so, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Yeah, literally. But dating apps are fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, they're... So I guess it depends on if you want someone, like, long-term or if you're just dating to, like, get out of the house and date.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like when you break up with someone that you met...
Yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky.
And then whose friend group is going to go where?
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely lost a lot of friends that way.
Mm-hmm. You have.
Thanks. That's salt in the wound.
Soft spot.
Yeah, just a tad.
Oh my gosh, there's icebreaker, deep, and deeper.
Ew, purse.
I thought there were only 2 categories last time.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Neither did I. I should have shuffled these.
Answer so many
of
these.
I'm so concerned.
Oh god, these are all so bad. Oh, what was your first kiss like?
Who was your first kiss? Did it start with a J?
No, it did not.
Who was it?
It was like 2 months before that guy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was it somebody that I know?
No.
Was he someone in your complex?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did know this.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't anything crazy. It's not even worth.
Do I know him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Darn.
Just a random, not a random person, but like nobody that we went to high school with.
Darn. Elementary school?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. Have you ever hooked up with a friend's sibling? No and no. Because your sibling is the same age as my sibling.
And that's a no.
And that's a no. And they're significantly younger than us. And I think
No,
we were
I
talking
haven't.
about Jess's sibling, who is a boy, also younger than us, and also a no.
No.
I also just wouldn't. But have you ever watched Ginny and Georgia?
No.
Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay, I just started watching it the other day. Oh my god, she is sleeping with her best friend's twin brother and doesn't tell them, and then gets caught.
That could be messy.
Yep. And now her best friend's not friends with her anymore. But she's still seeing the brother. And they're in high school.
Tricky timing. Like, I feel like they were like 25. Like, that could end up being endgame. So then
Yes.
your
Then
best friend is your sister-in-law.
Exactly.
Sounds great.
I feel like even in high school, I wouldn't mind that. Like, if you guys were just, like, fucking around, then, yeah, you're risking the friendship. But if you actually liked each other, and in the show, I mean, I think they do. I don't know. I'm not that far in. But they're, like, actually like each other. They would want to date. They would spend time together. I would support it because, like, that's cool. I see people who, like, date friends like that all the time. Like, I think that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
If it worked out.
Yeah. I think if any of us had older siblings, maybe. But we are all the oldest.
Yeah. Of, like my older siblings are way older.
Yeah.
Not way older. You're not old. But
No, not old. Sorry.
older than us. Older than our dating pool age.
Yes.
My brother's, like, 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
And married with a child. So
Yeah, so there's a few obstacles.
there wouldn't be
there.
any questions.
No. And never mind. It's just no.
Interesting.
No! Honestly, you know, we're not talking about this anymore.
Suck it.
I don't even remember what he looks like.
My older brother?
Yeah.
You know what's weird? You guys don't really know any of my older siblings.
No.
Like, and I lived with Cody and Megan in elementary. Fucking hell.
I remember
High
Megan.
school, elementary school, and university. They lived with us. At my mom's house, around the corner from
And
me.
we went to your mom's house. Oh.
Yep. And it just, like, we just never... Megan was always working. She was the same as me. She was always working and in school.
Megan's the only one I remember, but very vaguely.
Becky, like, lived... In high school, she lived... even in some of university, I think. She lived in Toronto still. She didn't move here until...
Later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Cody... You know, I said this to my mom. I don't remember him living with us.
Really?
Nope. I had this conversation with my mom a little while ago. I didn't realize until recently that he lived with us. Like...
He lived at the pool house.
He lived there, but before that...
Oh, okay.
So before he moved out, so he lived with us, and then he moved to Toronto for school. Mm-hmm. I don't ever remember him living with us at the house around the corner from here. The house that we went to in high school.
Right.
And, sorry, yeah, high school. We had the party.
Yeah.
And in university. when everybody came over and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I never remembered him living there. No. Which is weird because he drove me to my first day of university. So I remember that. But I don't ever remember him living in the house. Anyways. But he lived there for he lived with us for a long time.
It's funny how that works.
I can't remember. Like, even when I think about it, I'm like, okay, I know what room would have been his, but I can't remember him. I never remember crossing paths with him.
Right.
Nothing.
Interesting.
My mom was like, I think that was like the time of your life where you don't have a lot of memories at all, so it makes sense. But I was like, damn, Willow broke one of these the other day.
She's too cute to
I
get
know,
mad
the other
at.
one that's like this, so I'll have to buy more.
Yeah.
Okay, weird segue. Talking about my family and going
into
this, but
change of topic.
do you have nude photos of yourself saved on your phone?
Negative.
You don't have any?
No.
I have one.
Okay.
From like maybe 2018.
Okay.
2019-ish. But I just look at it and feel bad about myself now because I looked so much better back then.
You were a child.
I know. I tell myself that. But
bad.
It's the only one that I have, and it's locked away somewhere that nobody would ever find it, so don't be concerned. Oh, it's not my turn. But yeah, I don't really like taking photos.
Yeah, especially
if I do, they just get deleted right away.
Yeah. No. I don't like those. Ew. Ew.
Bless you.
Bro, why are these all so...
Well, oh my god, we have to bleep that out too now. How many times do I say it? Take a drink every time you curse some Christian.
Actually, okay, we'll answer this one.
Only taking from the deeper pile
I'm
and passing all of them.
Because they're all too much. Okay, this one's fine. If you could invite one celebrity to have a threesome with us, who would you choose?
With us? Glenn Powell.
Yeah, with us. Yeah, Glenn Powell. 100%.
Matthew and I were talking, I think we had that conversation. We were talking about threesomes the other day and how we would never do them, like, if we were in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I've never met somebody else that said that because I've always said, I have no interest, but, like, if I was doing a threesome, it'd be with two people I never met. It would not be with two people that I know. Because I don't want to ruin the relationship with the person that I know. I'd rather never see them again.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
If it doesn't work, I don't give a fuck. You're never going to be in my life again.
Yeah, you don't want to cross paths with them in, like, the grocery store.
He agreed. So I'm like, well, that's good. I'm glad.
That's good. Something you guys can agree on.
Yes, exactly. One thing.
Woo!
But yeah, I would definitely... Today, Glenn Powell. 100%. I love that man.
Me too.
I just need to binge watch his shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this because the answer is no. Do you have any kinks?
No.
Oh my gosh. We went to... I don't know if you know this.
What? Okay.
You remember her?
Yeah.
Apparently... And I don't know, I think I heard this in high school, that she had a kink where she liked watching her boyfriend sleep with other people. Which I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, but...
In high school?
I hope not elementary school, yeah. Remember how innocent and, like...
Yeah.
So
I
apparently
don't follow her on anything, wow.
I don't either. But apparently she likes that. But I'm like, I could never watch my partner sleep with somebody else and get that... Like, that wouldn't turn me on.
I feel like I would just feel awkward. Like I'm watching something I shouldn't be watching.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. Now I'm going to investigate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, how are you going to investigate that?
I don't know. Let's go find her Instagram. Go from there. Have you ever walked in on someone having sex? No, but I've woken up to it.
Who?
In high school.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, trauma.
Who? What?
Yeah!
Didn't you guys share a hotel?
Yes! I remember I was texting my boyfriend at the time. I was like, you will never guess what I'm hearing right now.
That was in high school.
I know.
She's married now.
Yeah. We can cut all that out.
How did you walk in?
I was sleeping. Or they thought I was sleeping.
In the next bed.
There was like a half wall. But yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's not a good sight.
And then the next day they were talking about being tired. And I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night. Mm-hmm. Some ruckus over there.
Yeah, pervs.
No. We're not doing that one. Lights off or on during sex?
Off.
Agreed.
Okay, good.
Even if it's daytime, I close my blinds so there's no light in the room.
Yeah. No. I don't like that.
No thanks.
Not putting on a show. Mm-mm. Have you ever had breakup sex? Yes.
Yep. With who?
I'm trying to think if it's happened more than the time I'm thinking of. Yeah, just
Same.
beep that out. I couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Oh wait, I just had one. Blindfold or handcuffs?
Ew.
Neither?
Neither.
This might be a hot take, but my eyes are always closed. During the deed.
Okay. I don't want that visual.
Are yours closed or open?
I think it depends on the moment.
Mine are always closed no matter what. I don't know. I don't want to look you in the eye. That feels like sinful.
I'm gonna ask Matthew about this later.
I'll ask Will. Okay. Have you ever involved food in a sexual act?
No.
No whipped cream?
No. I'm lactose intolerant.
That'll make a good TikTok. Yeah, I have probably maybe just whipped cream, but like not really on me. I don't think. I don't remember.
Next question. Ew.
No.
Have you ever spent a night in jail? No, I have
No.
not.
I kind of wish.
One of my friends did.
Who?
In college.
Really?
Yeah, we all were going out to a bar. This was the biggest party I'd ever planned, my proudest moment.
You planned it?
Yeah, I planned this party.
To set you up for your job. All this
Exactly.
party
I
planning.
know. Had this party, and then we were all going to the club or bar, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we get there, and one of the guys is like, "Oh, have you seen one of our friends?" I was like, "No." Heard from him at 5 a.m. Phone call
I
from
did
the
hear
London
this.
jail. I was like, "Hello?" Yeah.
What did he do? Just
Drunk tank. Just publicly intoxicated.
oh, convenient. Have you ever been arrested? What for? No.
No, I have had a few run-ins with special constables though.
In college?
Mm-hmm.
For drunk.
Underage drinking.
Oh. Special constable, really?
Yeah, such haters.
Not just your what are they called?
Oh, the RAs?
Yeah.
They're not your friends, yeah.
No.
But yeah, special constables as well.
Wow, that's dramatic.
I know.
think.
The one time I was carrying my drink, so open alcohol, and I think, yeah, I like literally ran right into them, and I was like, oh god, holding my drink, and I was like, I'm just gonna go throw it in the dumpster right now, and he's like, nope, you can't do that. I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Olivia told me that she was at the beach with my brother and her now boyfriend, I think, and or fiance or whatever, and they were drinking, and she had a can. She hadn't even opened it yet. Literally, just the can was out, and I guess my brother and her boyfriend, they were drinking, but it was in something else, not even open. Cop came by at Port Dover, gave her a ticket. She didn't realize it affected her license, so her insurance goes up because she has a ticket
the
on
fuck?
her name.
Mine never did, because I had an underage ticket.
Underage might be different than open alcohol.
Oh my god.
Because if you're underage, I don't know if stuff like that can go on your record.
Right.
But I think she didn't pay it, and so and then she had to get her license renewed and had to pay more.
Oh my god.
It was this whole ordeal. I'll ask her about it tomorrow.
That's
but
so upsetting.
she was like, "What the fuck? I didn't even open the drink, and everybody else was drinking, and they didn't even get tickets."
Yeah.
And I
Has
was
to be in another cup.
Yep, that's what we do. We can make a TikTok every single time they bark.
Yes, my face is
Don't
the same.
forget. Okay. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Yes.
I remember
Not my finest moment.
in my hot girl summer, I think I ghosted a couple people.
Yeah.
But it was literally like,
It's something I've always felt bad about.
I definitely feel bad, but also I wouldn't be mad if people ghosted me if we weren't in a relationship. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
No,
that's
I
what
never
it was.
ghosted a relationship.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, we had hung out 2 or 3 times, and there were never feelings involved.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I ended up getting in a relationship, and I was like, well, I don't want these people messaging me.
Yeah.
So I just blocked them. I
I
felt
just
bad. I felt
stopped
bad about
answering.
one person because he was really nice,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd gone out like a couple times. I stayed at his house for, I think I spent like 3 days at his house once.
Oh my god.
A really nice guy, and I mean, neither of us wanted anything, so it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he messaged me after, like, while I was in my relationship, I never answered and I just blocked the number.
Oh my god.
So I feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
But we had just hung out a few times and it was never something serious.
Yeah. I definitely feel bad about ghosting. I think there's other people I feel worse about than others.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that moving forward.
No, I wouldn't.
Hopefully
I think
not.
it was like I think 2 people I would have ghosted. The one guy, though, I just literally was like, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that was fine. I think he listened. But the other guy was like, I still wasn't interested, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I get it.
I'm sorry if you're listening.
Yeah. I'm sorry too.
I saw that guy downtown.
What guy? What? No!
I didn't tell you?
I think, did you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I
That's
swear,
a regret I have in my life.
I saw him when I was going for a run. So I was wearing like shorts and my run shirt.
Oh, God.
And this guy, I think I've told you this before, but I don't know if I've told them, maybe. But anyways, this guy, I kind of want to say who his dad is.
No. But I know.
Okay, we know his dad from school. He's not a teacher, but like he was a guest speaker at our school, okay?
Yeah.
And so I met him. We went to high school together.
He went to our elementary school for a hot minute.
Did he go to our high school?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, so I don't really remember him from elementary school. I remember him from high school. And I was at a bar, and I was in a relationship at this time, and it was very obvious. I went with my aunt. She was going home back to her country, like, 2 days after this. So I was like, let's see the Hamilton scene, okay? We went out to a bar. He's talking to me. I'm like, buddy, I have zero interest. I walk away. He grabs my hair and pulls me backwards, okay?
Ew.
I almost dropped him off the second.
Yeah, what
second
the fuck?
story.
Ew.
And so I saw him the other day. I don't know if he recognized me, but I 99% sure made eye contact. That's also disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a low point in my life.
You know what?
We can cut that out.
Okay. What's an immediate red flag for you?
So many things.
Immediate red flag? Unhealthy relationship with your mom.
Oh, yeah.
That's
1,000%.
I've learned.
There's so many, but I can't think of one.
I don't think there's any visual red flags.
I want to say like hockey guys, but
Will's a
hockey guy. But
Do
he's
you
great.
want to say a specific type of hockey guy? Is that what
A
you're
douchey hockey guy?
That was to say a ball hockey guy?
Okay, yeah. No fucking ball hockey.
Real hockey only.
Sorry.
This might be a soft subject.
Cut that fucking question out.
I will. I just wanted to laugh.
I tried to be so serious.
Talk about a time you hooked up with someone you weren't supposed to. I don't think there's
Yep.
ever been a time where I've hooked up with someone I'm not supposed to.
Okay, so I was at a low point in my life.
Okay.
And one of my ex-boyfriends had called me asking me to pick him up from a party.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I did know about
So I did.
Wait, did I?
And I ended up going home with him.
What was the question? Why weren't you supposed to? Just because he was an ex?
Well, he was an ex. We had broken up
That's
like a
fair.
year prior.
That's fair.
And the only reason, it was fucking New Year's Eve. But it was that year that me and Jess weren't close. So I obviously had no plans.
Wait, what year?
First year of college.
Oh my god, I think I meant 2 years ago. I was
No,
like,
no,
you
no.
were in a relationship. Of course you weren't supposed
This was like
Like,
many years ago.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I had seen him at work that night. And he's like, oh, any plans tonight? And I was like, no. He goes, okay, I'll call you later. And I was like, what the fuck? Why? Because, like, we hadn't been talking.
Yeah.
And he did. And I was like, hi. And he's like, hey, can you pick me up from whatever place it was? And I was like, I guess. Slept at his place. Low point in my
Is this
life.
the person you got really drunk with and then his mom gave you...
Yeah. Yeah. Woke up very early the next morning. I was like, gotta go. Bye. Move back to school. I don't think we ever spoke about it again.
Dad, you moved back to school after that?
Yeah.
You're just like, done.
Right away. I was like, I gotta go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
After my first breakup, I met this guy, and we hung out once. I think it was just once. No, it was once. And then when I got in my second relationship, I like same thing, just blocked him on everything. But then when I got out of my second relationship, I unblocked him.
It's fine.
And I was just like, hey.
Hey. It's like that TikTok. Hey.
No, actually, I unblocked him on everything. He messaged me.
What a perv.
And I was like, I think. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
He messaged me,
yeah.
okay? And then I was like, whoa, how'd you even notice that I unblocked you? That's the weird thing, because it had been like 2 years almost at this point. No, it had been 2 years. And I was like, how did you even know?
Yeah, what?
This happened? And then he messaged me, and I was like, I think you knew about this at the time. And I was like,
might as well.
Might as well. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly.
So I guess at that point, like, I probably wasn't supposed to, but I have zero regrets about that.
Yeah.
He's a very nice person.
It's fine.
He is still blocked. But nonetheless.
Yeah, it's fine.
Have you ever had to cover up a hickey?
Yeah. More times than I'd like to admit, and I'm embarrassed and ashamed of my actions.
Really? I don't think I ever have. Matthew kissed me on my forehead today, but, like, sucked on my, like, a fucking fish, and he's like, hickey. And I was like, if you
I swear to God.
hickey on my forehead, I think we're breaking up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have multiple times.
I don't think I have. I used to not give myself hickeys, but, like, I used to suck on my arm. And when I was younger, I didn't know it was a hickey, but that's not why I was doing it. And my mom was like, you have to stop.
Yeah,
and I was
stop
like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
What?
You weirdo. Oh, your turn.
Okay. Do you prefer making out or cuddling? Depends,
Cuddling.
like...
Yeah, it depends on the purpose.
Yeah.
And the person.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more of a cuddle person.
Me too.
Which will just usually lead to making out anyways.
Yeah.
And then that's,
Ew.
Making out never leads to just cuddling.
No.
Unfortunately. Do you prefer romantic sex or kinky sex?
Ew, what?
Sarah's like, I prefer the sex that lasts 2 seconds, then we never speak about it again.
None of you.
What are 3 things that you look for in a partner? I don't think we answered that one last time.
No, I don't think so. I think hardworking, funny, and, like, attractive.
Yeah, I would say hardworking is huge.
Yeah.
Funny is a big thing, but I don't think I look for that. I think hardworking
It's a
more
pro
so.
for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a pro, but it's not like a first. Like, don't check off funny on your Tinder and I'll like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, hardworking, I want to say soft, but not, like, super soft. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to have sisters.
Is Matthew soft?
When we first met, soft in the sense
This guy
that,
acts like he's the hardest person
like,
ever.
chivalrous.
Okay.
Like, would open my door for me, would apologize if he was wrong. Like, just, I guess that's just emotionally mature.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm looking at.
Soft.
Not soft. Maybe I have some toxic stuff in me.
It's okay.
But,
We
like,
all have a bit.
Definitely emotionally mature. And then, like, a family person, I think.
Okay.
Just because I have such a big family that if you're not a family person, it won't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How important is personality in the bedroom? What the hell? You bring personality into the bedroom?
Well, I hope you're not just like a robot or like a cardboard box.
I hope you're not a cardboard box either, but, like, I don't know. Like, if you're doing the deed, is there personality involved or is there just, like, sex involved?
I don't know.
Like, don't be you in the bedroom.
Maybe what? Like, I hope the vibe's okay.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just like fucking crickets and like that, I don't know.
Okay, I see what you mean. I see.
Okay.
Oh, no.
These are all such trash. How long is your ideal sex session? You just called me out for this.
Sarah says 20 seconds. I think for me, 10 to 15 max.
Okay. Yeah.
But also depends on the day. Sometimes 5 minutes is good enough. More often than not, 5 minutes is good enough.
Fair.
Have you ever accidentally sent a nude to the wrong person? Yes. To Jess.
Bro.
I think it was Jess or one of my friends from work, like the freshos.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I literally was like, don't open that.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay.
Delete that.
Yeah. But it wasn't anything crazy. It was just my butt. But it wasn't like a sexy photo either. Like, it was just, you know when you're, like, trying to see something?
Oh,
Like, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
okay.
I was just, like, taking a photo, and I sent it to her, and I was like, there was no stress at all when I
Okay.
sent it. I was just like, that's my ass.
Yeah.
Delete it if you want. If you want to look at it, go for it, but I don't know what to tell you.
Fair. Ew.
I don't know.
How many dates should be had before sex?
Am I a whore if I say 0?
No, I think it's all personal preference.
No, I think it depends on, like, your intention. Because if if there are people going out just to hook up, you don't have to have any dates. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for, like, I don't know, I still think 0.
I think it
I don't
depends
think
on the situation.
sex matters.
And, like,
that
personal
much.
preference, like, how comfortable you are with someone.
Like, if you told me that you slept with someone on the first date, or you told me you slept with someone on the 5th date, I wouldn't think either were weird.
Yeah.
I think it's just, like, depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I think that people who are like, I wait for date number 5, what does that do for you?
Yeah. Or, like, I never kiss on the first date.
Yeah, because, like,
okay.
Sure, then you're like, I'm making sure, because I guess you could just have one date with somebody. You could only go on first dates. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know, by date 2, I think if you're vibing, you're vibing. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it matters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all personal preference.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It's fine.
What is your most embarrassing sexual experience? Embarrassing. Oh my god, I might need to think about this. I don't think I have many.
I don't know.
I do just have an embarrassing story about, it's not sexual.
Okay.
But the first time, so my first relationship, we never went on dates. I've never really been on dates in any of my relationships until Matthew.
Oh, okay.
Like, he took me on a couple. Mm-hmm. But my first relationship, like, we met through a friend. So we were talking virtually. Like, we were texting, and then he picked me up from school. And we went to his house on, like, our lunch break or whatever. Mm-hmm. And
because he could drive, and we were barely allowed to ride a bike.
Correct. Anywho, so I went back to his house, and I was standing, like, under the fan. Like, his bed was under, like, a ceiling fan, right?
Okay, yeah.
And he had something hanging from it. It got caught in my fucking hair. And I literally had to sit there while he undid whatever. It was like a bird that was, like, on the...
Oh, my God.
So freaking embarrassing. Like,
That's
so embarrassing.
uncomfortable.
I remember sitting there, like, fully defeated.
Were you naked?
No, I was fully clothed. Like, we weren't having sex or anything.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a sexual experience. But
okay.
I was like, this is the worst experience of my entire life.
I could pass away.
Yes,
okay.
but I don't think I have any embarrassing sex experiences.
Okay. Me neither.
Oh, no. What was it?
It's a soft subject.
Oh, no. Can we see the type A person and the type B person in the way our cards are being thrown?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There's no good questions. Ew,
Take from the other pile.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. New pile. Some of these are like, wow.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Oh, my God. Ew. I'm so sorry.
Hold on, maybe there's some icebreakers at the bottom of this.
Yeah, please. Something a little more chill.
Just a quick... Oh, yeah, I see some icebreakers.
Well, I don't think I can ask you this question.
Ask.
Has our sexual relationship gotten better, worse, or stayed the same over time?
I would say stayed the same at nothing.
Yeah.
We were actually talking today about being swingers, not, like, to be swingers.
Not that we were thinking about it.
No, but I was like... My sister made the comment, like, months ago that we need to stop hanging out just the 4 of us because all we do is hang out as a force. Yeah. And that people were going to start thinking that we swung.
No.
So
we do not.
We do not. But
1,000%.
if you want to make us as famous as Mom Talk, we'll tell you that we do.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever pays the bills.
Oh, we asked this one last time. Have you or would you do a boudoir photo shoot? Yes, 100%. Okay. I just love the way that it might make you feel personally. And, like, it wouldn't go anywhere. It would be my own or, like, my partner, like, a wedding gift or something.
Yeah,
and
I'm not opposed to it in that way.
It also doesn't have to be, like, an insanely sexual... Like, you're not, like, sexing yourself.
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what
want
I
to
mean?
be naked.
You wouldn't be naked at all?
No.
You just wear like lingerie or something?
I don't even want to be naked when it's just me.
That's true. I feel like I'd be fully open to like being fully naked in front of someone, because I don't know, I don't get embarrassed in a professional setting. I don't know what they're doing down there. Like when it comes to like waxing or photo shoot like that, I don't get embarrassed like that.
Yeah.
I get embarrassed around unprofessional settings, like socially more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With or
just
without me
awkward.
going for like a lower body part wax, they're still waxing like 8 cooches a day.
Yeah, that's
with or
true.
without me going, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can be embarrassed, but I know they don't care.
Yeah.
Same with like a doctor's appointment. Like, they're seeing hundreds of these.
Yeah.
Like, my body
That's
is not
true.
gonna...
It's not going to keep them up at night.
Exactly. So, in that sense, I don't care about somebody seeing me naked.
That's true. I'm just sensitive.
Full body
Yeah.
sweatpants. What is your opinion on sending nudes or sexy text messages? I don't do it.
Mm-mm.
The
No.
most is like thinking of you. That's as sexy as it
Thinking of
gets.
you. Heart.
But I also just feel like you're not going to get anything from it.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
And I don't like my stuff being out in public.
Icebreaker it
Let's
is.
switch piles.
Dinner date or movie date?
Ooh, we did talk about this.
Neither.
Okay, what would your ideal date be then?
Okay. Like a first date, I
Yes.
don't think dinner is fun. And then I don't think movie is fun either, because then how are you supposed to know who this person is?
Yeah, a movie date is definitely not a first date. A
Yeah.
movie date is if you've been together for ever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you're in a relationship and you both want to see a movie together and get junk food and get a break from life. 100%.
Yeah.
Dinner date is too romantic.
Yeah, and I find it's like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And like it could be awkward. And like you're in a restaurant with like a million other people.
Yeah.
And like the server's coming in every 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So like,
I like the idea of a brunch date more than
Yeah.
anything else. Matthew and I think most of the dates Matthew and I went on, we had one dinner date, and it was like dinner and then ice cream and walk the pier.
yeah.
And that was really nice, but it wasn't like a late dinner. It wasn't a fancy dinner. It was just a patio dinner.
Yeah.
But I like brunch because
Yeah.
it's like no stress.
Mm-hmm.
You're eating because you're hungry. It's that time of day.
Yeah.
Not because you're on like a fancy high pressure date. But yeah,
Yeah.
the stakes are pretty high on a dinner date.
Yeah. I like brunch. I like coffee. Or like arcade type vibe.
Yeah,
Or
that's true.
drinks. Like
Yeah.
like an alcohol.
More
drink.
casual.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. What's a movie sex scene that you would want to recreate? Have you ever watched 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if there's anything from there that's not like aggressive. Because I do think that they did some...
I can't remember.
Did you ever read the books?
No. Do you think I read the books?
Those books are so spicy.
Yeah. I have not.
I think I was up till 3 a.m. finishing one book once.
Oh my god.
Like, I could not put it down. It was so good.
Okay.
But I feel like there's nothing like that sticks out that I would...
No. Nothing I can think of.
Maybe the Notebook sex scene.
Which one is that one?
I think when they're, like, in the house after she comes back. Like,
Oh.
he finishes the house.
Okay, that kind of gave like Meredith Grey and Derek Shepherd in episode 1.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good, too.
Yeah.
In front of the fireplace on the floor.
Yeah. No furniture. Boxes everywhere.
Yep.
Romance.
That's-
Talk about dust.
That's what I want. You say talk about dust?
Yeah.
Haven't even cleaned the house yet. Just
No.
moved in.
Just got back from Europe.
Did she?
I don't know if it was like recent, but I know she had.
Oh, yeah, she
Didn't-
was traveling.
Yeah.
Death and Die. Remember? Sadie?
Yeah, I do.
I'm cringing at myself.
I know.
Oh, what do you think we should do to keep our spark alive in the bedroom?
Share room for the rest of our life.
Ooh.
Anytime we go anywhere.
Ew. That was a no.
Ew.
Do you ever feel anxious or nervous before having sex?
Yeah.
With a new partner, do you think you do?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Really?
I'm scared.
I don't care, because if I don't like it, I'll never see them again. I have that power.
I don't think I've ever. Never mind. I don't know.
I
wanna
don't think I get
disclose.
nervous.
I get so nervous.
No, I think I just really don't care.
That's
Is
okay.
that bad?
No. No, I don't think so.
I feel like I would get nervous if I was at the point in my life where I'm trying to conceive a child, because then there's like
Yeah, I haven't
a
been there yet.
purpose. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
it's like I'm nervous if I'm going to achieve, like, accomplish the goal or not accomplish the goal, but the actual deed doesn't make me nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
This can be the last one because I really have to pee. Okay. Ew, what? Bro, this chair.
Right? Dead?
Ew,
Oh, no.
Hello.
Because you're picking the deeper ones, not the
Oh.
deep ones.
God.
Oh, no. Oh, icebreaker.
Okay. No, that's
What?
not an icebreaker.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
Wow, this is... Oh, my God, no. I have to answer that one.
Okay.
Literally?
You can answer this one.
Okay, you ask yours first.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'll do this one
Yeah,
while
you
you're
do.
flipping.
Okay.
Do you like to talk during sex? I think we just had this conversation. First of all, no.
Okay.
Not any sort of weird, sexy, dirty talk. Like, I don't want to say weird, but, like, I cringe if you're, like, dirty talking while we're doing it. But
yeah.
for some reason, sometimes Matthew and I will just have full conversations and we'll start laughing. And I'm like, what are we doing? So we do talk sometimes about our day.
Yeah.
Not about anything. We're not in the middle of doing the deed and, like, there's no dirty talk.
Yeah.
Just regular talk.
Okay.
You're going through this whole pile.
I know. Well, some of them are just kind of boring, and then some of them are too much.
Okay, that's fair.
What about me are you most attracted to?
Oh my God.
How much do you love me?
I don't know. Most attracted to? Is it weird if I say your boobs?
So you really love me.
I think more so, less attracted, but, like, more so I wish that I had those boobs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like, I'm not, like, sexually attracted to you at all. No offense.
So you,
You
don't,
don't really
like
get
me.
me. You don't get me going.
Okay.
But if I had to pick one of your body parts to be mine, it would be your chest.
Okay, that's fair. I like your body.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. She's like, I like your body, but I don't love you.
Yeah, basically. It's toxic.
I think that was a good one to end on.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's nice and PG.
Only went through like 12.
100? 1200? Well, hopefully you're not listening to this in front of children.
Yeah, sorry.
Be safe. Love you all.
PG-13. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Peace and love. Bye.
Bye.